Hello everybody, Frouwo here, bringing you game number 1 of Team Empire versus Virtus.Pro, and this is Carnage 2014. This is the lower bracket round 1. Virtus.Pro and Team Empire both falling out in the round of 4 to this bracket. As they did lose out to Power Rangers as well as Relax. So anyway, Team Empire, Virtus.Pro, gonna head off here. Both probably would have. This is a final that I would have expected, or a game I would have expected rather in the grand finals than this losers bracket. As these two are the probably some of the top teams in the CIS scene as of right now. So interesting to see that they're actually fighting it out in the lower bracket. But anyway, off in the picks and bans we go. Team Empire betting out thus far the Bristleback, the Omniate, the Audible Devourer, as well as the Luna. Venomancer betting, or Virtus.Pro rather, betting out the Venomancer, the Alchemist, the Gyrocopter, and the Darkseer. Team Empire in the meantime picking up the Invoker, the Nyx Assassin, the Crystal Maiden, and the Lifestealer, while Virtus.Pro picks up the Enchantress, the Bounty Hunter, the Earthshaker, and the Dragon Knight. So it seems to be some very aggressive lineup for Virtus.Pro, as they usually like to go for. They do have the Earthshaker to sort of counter that push once off with the Echo Slam, as well as delay it with the Fissure as well. But certainly not to pick you here too often, or see too often anymore. And Dragon Knight, more of a tried and true hero in the Western and American and maybe even Chinese scenes. Not often seen in this Russian scene, but going to be facing up against Invoker on that, so can play out fairly well. May have a tough time against Lifestealer though. It does have the stun, but can be chewed apart pretty quickly by him, as he is a strength carry, and Dragon Knight just starts stacking up on health, and Lifestealer at that point can just steal a lot of the life, and as he does, and really shut down the Dragon Knight. But again, want to see the Bounty Hunter, which is another uncommon pick really, but Smile of course does enjoy playing that Bounty Hunter, plays it very well. I saw a Lycan pickup from Virtus.Pro. That's very surprising to me. Not a hero you see too often, but they did need a carry in Lycan, a formidable carry. If you can get some farm, he can do a lot of work. Is especially one of the top, I'd say, rat Dota heroes nowadays. You just don't see him that often because he's not that effective a laner, and the laning phase is just so important nowadays. In the scene, it's just not viable to pick him, but Lycan, the pickup here for Virtus.Pro. Kind of be interesting to see that. And Team Fire now waiting up on the last pickup from them. And Clockwork's last picked up from Team Empire, so gonna have ourselves quite the lineup here. Very aggressive lineup from both teams. Gonna have Lifestealer, Clockwork Bomb, as well as the Lifestealer, even Nyx Assassin Bomb here. As there's many options you can do with that Lifestealer. A very versatile hero. Just needs the farm to be able to do the work. As now Mag will be offlaning on the Clockwork, so no Nyx Assassin offlaner for him this time. I'm going to go something more standard like the Clockwork. Nyx Assassin still a very good option, but going to be played by a support rather this time, so nice to see, I guess. And so Illidan going to be playing that Lycan. Lycan will be played as the carry in this game. And 3 strength pickups for Virtus.Pro. But both teams really, if this goes to the late game, I do really feel Virtus.Pro have the edge here. So Empire drafting more or less a ganking sort of oriented lineup, but VP seems to be able to maybe take the team fight later on as the game goes on. So we're missing a hero if there's a problem on the side of VP, and we'll wait for him to reconnect, and in the meantime I'm going to do the Empire introductions. Of course, we're going to have Silent on the Lifestealer, Vengsor on the Crystal Maiden, Mag going to be on the Clockwork, Resolution on the Invoker, and Always Want to Fly going to be on the Nyx. And on the side of Virtus.Pro, of course, Illidan going to be on the Lycan, NS on the Earthshaker, Smile going to be on the Bounty Hunter, G on the Dragon Knight, and we're going to be waiting for Jotum, who will be playing the, which is last year they picked up the Enchantress, of course. But yeah, certainly an interesting draft from VP. Empire going something much more standard, something that's been proven to work. And essentially they're going to have to win out in their landing phase though, because that's where it's going to come into play as far as who rolls into that mid game with the advantage. As whoever does, I really feel will just take away with the game, as both heroes very snowbally in that sense. Should Invoker get a bit more farm, they can push very easily. Should the Lifestealer get a bit more farm, they can tear apart the Dragonite as well as the Earthshake and just all the other heroes of VP. And the Clockwork, again, if he gets more farm, it just gets the level 11, gets the Aghanim, and just can initiate constantly onto VP. But VP, if they get the farm, the Bounty Hunters start getting out of control, start getting loads of gold on their side. The Lycan start just pushing down towers like mad as soon as he gets a couple levels, of course, with the Howl. So if he gets a Necro, that'll do an insane amount of damage, as well as the Feral, of course. And the Wolves just tear heroes apart, as well as Shapeshift. The Lycan ultimate. But really, just Illidan has to play catch-up throughout the entire game and make sure he usurps the Lifestealer in farm. So that's going to be his only contest as far as trying to solo heroes goes. Still waiting for Jotum to connect, so it's going to take a little bit of a pause here and read some things over. As this game getting off to a slow start, as this scene always has these early pauses. Not uncommon though. I've kind of learned to deal with it at this point. But I'm sure it may have something to do with the patch that recently, or the small patch that was pushed out not too long ago. May not patched in properly and can't play. So anyway, Jotum now connecting to the game, and hopefully we're good to go. And still some more chat going on. Probably someone saying they're AFK, and game may start off soon. But again, this early phase is going to matter the most, more than it would in normal games. But to be honest, even if Virtus.Pro does fall behind and Empire doesn't get that early farm advantage and starts rolling over them, they do still have a chance to come back. They do, of course, have the Earthshaker ult as well as the tracks from Smile. So those are two big turnaround factors that Virtus.Pro really handle on their team right now, as well as the really rat potential of the Lycan. Can take down towers very quickly with his ultimate, with his summons, with possibly a Necro on him as well. Of course, they have the Enchantress as well. So even then, like, should they get maybe two larger jungle units, like creeps, picked up by Jotum, like from the neutral, or this picking up neutrals is probably the best way to say that. But if she picks up enough neutrals in the early game, and Lycan skills that how early, that's going to be so an extra 20 damage out pure right click of the neutrals, and of course each hero gets another 20 damage on top of that. So 5-man push would be an extra 100 damage pure right click, so 120 damage pure push just at level 1 how. It's pretty crazy. But now Empire rotating into the woods below. May look to throw some wards down here, as Lycan can rotate to the woods very early once he gets a couple levels up. But now Mag looking for a kill here. As NS. Gonna spot out the Invoker. Mag placing the ward down, I believe, was spotted by NS though, so they will likely get a clarity here, and or not a clarity, rather a sentry, and maybe dewarded. Virtus.Pro placing this ward down here. I'm not sure what that's for. I feel as if this isn't even a Radiant ward, but it is. Jotum likely placed that ward. So Mag has no ward on him anymore, and the last last ward for Empire going to be on the Crystal Maiden. She's going to ward this woods, or this high ground by the ancient camp. Actually, blocking the camp there too as well, so certainly don't want to have those ancients stacked, it seems. Smile gonna be facing against the offlane against Always Wanna Fly. Always Wanna Fly already picking up Dust as well, so Smile maybe in a bit of trouble here. Dust on Crystal Maid as well, or no, past the Crystal Maid rather. So Jotum wards and returns to the woods to get some farm up on him, as G and Resolution will be duking it out on this mid lane. And Mag gonna be facing off against the solo Lycan at this point. Lycan getting an early illusion rune. Has the early Quelling Blade as well as a Ring of Protection. Gonna be likely working towards that early Vlad's. Not only for the push, but just for the potential to go to the woods. And do the early rush on possibly. But 2 Brow Tangos on him, so we're really worried about the Clockwork getting some early harass onto him. And Dragonite now almost has his bottle. 3 branches and 2 Brow Tangos is what he's going for. And Jotum now smoking up with the Troll Warlord. Gonna look for an early kill here on to Resolution. Invoker not a hero that can really escape these early ganks, so punishing is probably the best option. Is now even. I believe Smile rotating in. And this Invoker is surely dead now. Trollwood, slow from Jotum. Now Resolution netted up. Smile coming in here as well, so Resolution gonna fall here for sure. Fire Breath from G cleans it up. And First Blood going in the pockets of Virtus.Pro. Smile getting that early level 2 just by being there, and Jotum as well level 2. And gonna just 6 Hunters farm into the woods. In the woods rather. But this Troll Warlord gonna die, so we're gonna take something else. Like this Wolverine Ripper, and sentry placed here early on by VP, it seems. Didn't want to get the double camp, or these 2 camps blocked off early on. So that would camp the Enchantress farm. It didn't really matter, she just pulled from the ledge camp down here, rotated all the way around to the mid lane and got the kill on Resolution. And Mag now. Stacking some creeps in here. Get some more. And not working out this time, it seems. The pathing breaking just the slightest bit. So these creeps were already down here. So now VP. Quite a large creep wave from them, so I think there was some sort of blocking coming up from NS there. So gonna see the early Howl here, and that's a free tower essentially for VP. I didn't notice that actually, so I guess NS was blocking the creeps and blocking him somewhere, I'm not sure, but this is a strategy I believe that was disallowed in the early portions of Dota. They said no creep blocking waves this big are just broken, and Virtus.Pro pulling out a pocket strat here. The Howl should come up from Illidan and just be absolutely disgusting amount of damage. As I do believe all the creeps get the Howl bonus damage as well, so this push is going to come out on the bottom lane now. Always Want to Fly rotating down as well as Mag, but those rockets are going to have to come out now at level 2, so going to have to spam with the rockets very frequently. The Sun's going to have to come from Always Want to Fly as well. And hopefully they can clean up this Gloop Wave as they have a modest amount of AoE, but Tower Tier 2 me go down as well. If we see a Tier 3 push here, that'd be absolutely crazy, but NS now stunning out Mag. Mag Always Want to Fly behind the tower. Stun going out onto the creeps as well as the wolves, and Creep Wave going to be pulled back here, but yeah, pulled back here entirely. So that's one way to get rid of it, and spam going to come out on all these creeps and Fly, Vanxor, and Mag going to get a lot of farm here, but this Tier 2 tower not going down just yet. As the Creep Wave now pulled into the Tier 3. Doing a lot of damage as Empire though. You have just barely enough AoE to deal with it, and this last Creep Wave should allow Virtus.Pro to get this Tier 2 tower now, as it is at 270 health, and this Creep Wave still being cleaned up now. So, easy push coming out of Virtus.Pro. Illidan getting 2 tower last hits there, I believe. And Virtus.Pro with the early push, absolutely crazy strat. I didn't even notice what the Earthshaker was doing. But in the meantime, the top lane Smile. A little bit of trouble getting chewed up by Mila. Double smoke up on NS as well as the Enchantress now. And it's still level 1 though, so even he was pulling those creeps early on. It didn't give him any experience at all, it seems. So I'm sure. Where was he blocking him in? Because he had to block him in somewhere. But I'm not 100% sure at all what he was doing. Very disappointed I missed that. It's now gank from Empire going to come out onto G in the mid lane, but rotation in from NS as well as Jottam may push this away. Indeed it does. They may look for the invoke in the meantime though, as Vengsword and Fly look towards the top lane to get a kill onto Smile. They do have Dust, I believe, still, and Smile going to be dove here by Mila. Dust now, Smile is certainly dead here. And looks for kill on Always Want to Fly. Always Want to Fly salving up, saving his own life, and making that as Resolution now in the mid lane. Hellbear Smasher, Fissure from NS, and now Resolution going to fall here as well. So a trade. However, and the Invoker is certainly worth more than the Bounty Hunter. The Bounty Hunter just an offlane here that's trying to soak up as much experience as he can, get that early level 6 and start throwing out tracks. As the push now comes out on mid, G. Eating away this tower, of course, with the extra damage now from the Lycan and the Eldritch form. And this mid tower gonna go down for sure as well. Easy right click secured by G actually. Illidan not getting that one, but already has the Vlads up on him. 6 minutes Vlad, 6 minute Vlads with that creep push. And now consider like towards the woods. Maybe work towards the Medallion here for the early Roshan, but they are on the Radiant side, so maybe a bit more difficult for them to do that. And I just keep thinking back to how I missed the Earthshaker thing. When I find out what he did, I'm really gonna have to watch the replay of this and see what his block on those creeps off. Now, Smile not gonna be gone here by Mila. Dust again used by Vengsword, and Smile gonna fall here for a second time. Oh no! And Fest actually gonna came up, almost makes it away as NS rotates in now. Gonna soak up some experience in the top lane. Still level 3, so pretty low here. But I assume if we look at the gold graph, so they don't have last hits up either. Oh boy. Boshing this cast pretty hard right now, but gold is heavily in BP favor, nearly 4,000. The Banners has that twice though, but they have secured 2 kills themselves and now 3 towers, so they look for a push on top now as Illidan teleports up there, and experience in Empire's favor. So this push strat not boding well in terms of experience, but still returning them a lot of gold in exchange. Smile going for the early Midas. Won't be effective now for quite a while. As G popping the Elder form and Illidan dropping the Wolves. How available and going to be used. This tower just going to melt from that, and G getting another kill on the tower there. So likely Necrobooks to come out of Virtus.Pro here. So NS actually picks up boots, but he's still at level 3, so Arcane Boots on level 3 Earthshaker because of all the tower gold and gold he soaked up over time. Really helping out. But Empire could look to take a fight here as hook in from Mag onto Jottam. Now Jottam, of course, has the untouchable passive as well, and now Illidan popping the ult. Stun out from Always Want to Fly over, and now Mala coming in from the back, going to tear apart NS falling here, and now Dragonet killing the next assassin in the meantime. Mag now. Needs some damage from the Wolves, and Illidan just going to run away here. Jottam slowed up by the ice wall and going to seemingly fall, indeed he does. G going to teleport out. Illidan has no teleport, but just going to walk away. And another 1,200 away from that Necro now, and once he gets the Necro, the push potential just skyrockets. Could also be looking for treads here, so either or is an option now. Smile. Throwing out some harass under Resolution. Dust expended by Mag. Not going to find him though. Smile. Likely working towards the drums. So 4 staff going to come out in Resolution. So that's what you do to deal with melee carries, is you get the 4 staff and just kite them away. And Smile, yeah, working towards the drums, going to be another 400 away now. As the drummer speed is 800 gold, and Mila level 9 now. 2 dust on Vengsword and 1 dust on Mag, so really some hate here for Smile. Smile seemingly not going to be a fan of Empire after this game. So Resolution now trading in, and a dive from Mila. But the supports are too far back to really do anything, and G now is here, and G gonna go on Mila, but Smile gonna fall here as the Fest cleans him up, and now G cogs in, gonna look for a kill on Vengsword. Vengsword gonna fall, and Clockwork gets a hook onto Dragon Knight to try and cancel the kill, but push not going to come up from Empire now in the top lane. As they clean up 2 in the top lane, Smile and G both falling. G, of course, just building into the Shadow Blade straight off. 10-minute Shadow Blade. Now Ines going to be able to hold off this push with fissures. Mala getting a quite large amount of farm here. Could go for the early basher and start just ruining the Lycan. As I something my computer breaks again, and this cast not going the best. Certainly not my best work thus far. And Illidan now working towards the Necro, as I mentioned before. Another 500 gold till he gets that. And Sentry placed bid by Empire, so looking out for Smile still here. He's 0-3-1 now. Hasn't gotten too many track kills just yet, so the pick not working out thus far. And the push is seemingly stopped from Virtus.Pro here. Likely wanting to get a Necro, at least on one of their heroes. As nothing yet in terms of another Necro, or sign of another Necro on the other heroes. But Virtus.Pro may just push mid here, it seems. So G does have the Elder Dragon form up. Push comes out mid. Resolution has the 2 Forge Spirits though. Trenches though can always steal that with her enchant. What a nice ability to have. And G Shadow Blades away. Look for a kill in the woods as Resolution is now infested with the Life Stealer. Fissure coming in from NS. Not gonna hit on any heroes there. And hook for Mag misses there, so no initiation from them. Forge Spirit stolen now, and track going out onto Vanksword. They know exactly who's behind the tower. Push can begin now. Howl popped. And Mag has no hook, so I'm going to build a Blade Mail in the meantime, however. Creep flying down in the mid lane. G getting the tick damage on the tower, so making sure it continues to go down. So tracks continuing to fly out still on Vanksword now, always want to fly. Sentry destroyed. And the push. Here's Pro just playing it safe, it seems. Building very much behind the rest of the team, though. And Resolution resummoning the Forge Spirits. G dusted up now. G could be in a bit of trouble as he's being chased down by Mag. Hook for another, nope, not for another 20 though. And it's dropping the Fissure. Level 6 now on him, so could look to turn around an Echo Slam here. But Stun comes out from Always Want to Fly, hitting on him as well as G. And Infest from Mag comes out. Jotum now in a bit of trouble. Jotum in the cogs. Jotum gonna fall, and Echo Slam coming out from NS. Not gonna get any kills with that though. And Vendetta from Always Want to Fly gonna clean him up. And Lycan now falling from the Frostbite of Crystal Maiden. And now Mala chasing down Smile. However, Invist up. Stun gonna hit him. But I do believe there are no dusts available. Both have been expanded or on cooldown. And sentries are in Crystal Maiden's stash, so the only person dying there for Empire was the Clockwork, and that was very far back. I assume a wolf cleaned them up. It's the only thing I could assume did it. So Anna's going to hold off the push here from Resolution with a couple fissures, but may look for a kill here with Smile. I'm not going to do so, however. Do have a sentry in this mid lane, so Smile, of course, spotted out there as soon as he got near that sentry. And VP after that early push on the mid tower, top tower, and the entire bottom lane being decimated. Not being able to roll with the gold, and gold now going near in the favor of Empire. Is Empire not even securing any towers, just kills at this point, and being able to farm up much faster with the Midas on the Life Stealer. And experience, of course, very heavily in Empire's favor. This push strat, or push strats in general, just don't favor large amounts of experience being garnered by the team pushing, as they spend a lot of time as grouped up heroes. So even with the Enchantress, the experience advantage is going to be pretty low. SG now has a double damage. Going to look for a kill here onto Mila now. Stun as he teleports, so in a bit of trouble now. Didn't pop the rage before he teleported, and Mila going to fall for sure. G with double damage, and track kill for Smile and G as the push comes out mid from Empire. So very interesting game thus far. This NS now hooked on by Mag. Gonna get a kill here. Sunstrike gonna clean him up, however. So Mag not securing the kill, but allowing it to happen. It's now Virtus.Pro alternating mid, and Illidan gonna go deep on Vengsor here. Vengsor, a lot of damage from the Necroneers as well as the Wolves, and Resolution teleports in as well as always want to fly, so How as well as ultimate expended there by Illidan. Not gonna get anything for it though. Barely any damage on the tower, and Vengsor to make it safely into the base. There's Necro 1 now up on him. Gonna look for the Necro 3, of course. Another 200 gold to the next level. And yeah, there's Lycan not proving to be a huge factor in the game yet. Did a lot for the early pushes, but other than that, 1 kill, 1 death, 1 assist, so just not able to put out the damage right now to get the hero kills, but able to still push the towers. And so both teams just so far for the time being. Of course, Empire constantly gotta look for kills here. Mag with the hooks up and always want to fly, of course. Always having the Vendetta available once it's off cooldown, but Empire now meandering around the Roshan pit. As Necro going to come up on Resolution here sometime soon. But the Necro isn't nearly as effective as it is on a Lycan and against an Enchantress. Empire may just start losing Necro units as Resolution now finishes that Necro. And Empire look for a kill here on the bottom lane. Not going to find anyone, however. So rotating all the way through, just going to put a ward in the Radiant Woods and look for the tower to push bottom. This tower, however, full life. So that is the place where the early push came out from VP, and now Vengsor rotating towards the middle lane and Mod teleporting towards the top lane. Don't want to allow this push to happen out from G and NS, so gonna block that off. As now, Mag doing a lot of damage here. Mag, however, not gonna make it alive as did Cogs in the Wolves, and the Wolves had vision for trying to secure that kill there, and yeah. So my computer messes up once again. It's always want to fly. Falls the bottom lane to the Dragon Knight, so G getting a nice kill there. And this push going to be stopped by Empire, so Illidan could look for a kill here on the tier 2 tower. Now Smile chasing that Resolution. Resolution getting mighty low. Should Smile get enough mana, you could certainly pop the Shuriken, and 4 step away, going to be a-okay. And Resolution gets out of there. Actually, Sun from NS, not going to catch him, just the push going to come out here. And Virtus.Pro may look for a push on this tier 3 bottom or mid even. Start chipping away at it with the Wolves. And Virtus.Pro is going to back off after Empire here start respawning. And Ma is Silent rather pushing the top lane. Illidan now with Necro 3. And still level 2 Howl, so these pushes thus far have all been on level 1 or level 2 Howl. And that's just showing that as it gets further and further on, the Howl is just going to put out so much more damage. Of course, getting level 1 is the best because it's 20 damage on the heroes versus the 10 increments from there on. And costs less mana, so cooldown also going to decrease as time goes on, which will allow for the even more pushes. So Illidan going to likely pick up a single target sort of basher maybe next. Maybe even a medallion. So you always want to get that early Necro, and part of the meantime, I'm going to go for the Roshan as Smile. May know he's here, but spotted out by the Sentry for sure, as well as the regular ward. And NS and G are going to push out the top lane. As this Roshan will surely go to Empire, no contest from VP. Not really the team fight kind of lineup, more just a push-oriented lineup. Certainly don't mind taking fights with, of course, the Bounty Hunter on their side. So now Empire going to rotate towards the top lane, stop this push up from G and NS. G going to just teleport back. NS in the meantime has to walk all the way back. Is that G now in the bottom lane, stopping the push from the Invoker. The Invoker, I believe, does have a Necro. Necro 1 still, almost a Necro 3. Actually just picks up a Necro 3. So now Illidan going to push out the mid lane with the Necro and the Wolves. However, Invoker going to teleport in instantly and maybe eat a lot of damage here, but just damage straight in the tower. Necro is going to eat a Frostwall here, as they're not being microed, it seems. And both can be cleaned up before they get too many hits in the tower. And this tower Still very, very healthy. The chip damage from the wolves and the necro not doing too much just yet. And Illidan picks up a double damage. Gonna do a couple of ancients with that, of course. As a push here wouldn't be a good idea, as all of Empire is sitting very much near their base. Or the split push with the wolves, always an effective idea. And Illidan may look to go towards the top lane, but no words just yet, or nothing out from Empire. They don't know where these rotations are, as all their words are focused on this bottom lane. I'm looking for something there, I'm not sure what, but Meantime did pick up a Basher on the way now. Has an armlet as well as Shums. Meantime, sitting on the Aegis, most importantly, and I always want to fly now. Ult from Illidan, and I always want to fly now, stunned up by the Earthshaker, and gonna make it out alive. So a bit of a misplay there, and that's probably wanted him on the other side, so Lycan could actually attack him, but Lycan now gonna go for this tier 2 tower top. And it's very low, so I doubt Empire would contest. Thanks for whoever's still here, and Illidan always up on him, and actually tracking to go on Vanksword. Vanksword gonna fall here. As Lifester kills this bottom tower, and Resolution and Milo need to teleport to the base now as push coming up from Lycan and company. And he teleports out from everyone. And hook onto G from Mag, and now Mag gonna pop the blade mail. G taking a lot of damage here. Right clicks from Milo proving too strong, and now Deafening Blast on 3. Illidan now being chased up by Milo. Doesn't have the ult for another 15 seconds. He did expend it. Trying to get the kill there onto the Crystal Maiden, or the Nyx earlier rather. Now Smile as well as Jotum gonna run away as well. No teleport on Jotum, so should he be chased down by Milo here? Could be in a bit of trouble. Does have the untouchable passive, but Sullen rather just gonna farm. So all these tier 3 towers seem to be pretty healthy on the side of Empire. Really, the Necro Wolf Harass hasn't helped out too much. So Travel's not on Illidan, so gonna really allow for the split push to happen. Empire, I'd say, can't leave their base too much. Lifesteal, I don't think, is at the point where he can 1v1 a Lycan with Howl up as well as his ultimate. Could certainly do so once he has an Abyssal, but still the Necro 3 as well as the Wolves do a lot of damage when the Howl's up. Not to mention the Feral Impulse again doesn't give damage to just Lycan, but it also gives bonus attack speed and damage to all units under his control. So as we see a couple more levels up on Illidan, once he hits that 16 mark, it'll just absolutely shredding stuff apart like crazy. His towers will fall very quickly, and the Rex is certainly going to be under threat. Now VP still on advantage in the gold, been going up and down, even with the Roshan going down and all the kills exchanging, still up 1,000, as they do have all the outer towers of Empire. Well, all their 2-2 towers are still up, and XP now still heavily in Empire's favor. As the push track goes, you don't get that much experience, rather you just pen on the gold and pick heroes that work well with items rather than levels. Or that can use the items to get a lot more farm, as Ennis now actually has a blink as well as in pair of arcane boots. And Lycan now gonna throw the Necronus on the tower here. Frostbite and the Necro Warrior though, and the Archer gonna be doing the brunt of the damage here. Actually passes the aggro to the Archer. Frostbite still on the Necro Warrior, and Warrior Frost Snap from Resolution and gonna fall to him. So 150 gold for Resolution, and tower falling just the slightest bit more. So Mag, always want to fly, has the Lifestealer inside him. Could look for a kill here on Illidan. So he does have the blink, and Illidan may be in a bit of trouble. Illidan has the ultimate though, going to be killed much too quickly for that though, and indeed does fall very, very quickly. Aegis on Milo about to expire though, and Greater Basher going to be available for in another 300 gold for him. So now has that. Should he rotate to the secret shop, and the push gonna come out top from Virtus.Pro, maybe. Now I'm gonna hop to defend the tier 3 here just in case, and Ennis gonna throw out the stuns. No stuns just yet, as maybe scared of a Clockwork Hook, but no Magnums on him just yet, so the cooldown is a bit longer than one would expect. Now, Echo Slam by Anna is going to hit just on Always Want to Fly. Always Want to Fly now. Blinking away, Virtus.Pro. Going to be focused upon by Mila. Mila getting an easy kill there onto the Earthshaker. Now Always Want to Fly going to be blown up. Now Mag may be in trouble as well. Cogs dropped by him, and liking to teleport in. Mag now going to be focused down. Indeed falls, so it's not going to make it out alive. Just killing the Earthshaker, and the rest of his teammates dying. And now Empire or Virtus.Pro, they're going to look for the mid push. Necro 3 available. Elder Dragon form popped, and John with the mech, of course, on top of all that. So push going to come out now from Virtus.Pro. Not going to look for the bottom lane, just for the mid tower. Bottom tower, of course, is a bit lower than all the others after the happenings of the Necro and such. And now lots of damage going up with the meteor, doing enough to try and deter it. And Hal comes out and Fortify instantly popped. G in the meantime diving very deep and getting the Vengsor. We're falling very quickly to the cold snap, and Necro 3 popped by the Invoker as G, and Johnum now double stunned from Always Want to Fly, Infest from Mila. Now Johnum hooked up. Johnum likely to go down here as the Lycan runs for his life. So G and Johnum going down there. Lycan going to work on the bottom lane straight away now. Going to push that as quickly as he can, and the Wolves going for the middle racks. Just 165 life left on those. Should he send more Wolves? I'm not sure. No, I do believe it regens if there are no creeps nearby still, so even with the summons there, I don't think it's going to work for him. As an Assault Kuros going to come out in Mila now. And Illidan, 2200 gold on him. May look for the Assault Kuros as well. Once as much attack speed on those creeps as possible, as they do get the bonus damage. Also will help with the whole survivability thing, but only level 12 here, as Mila is level 18. Invoker level 15, Clockwork level 11, so take a look at the net worth. I mean, it's always there, but the levels rather. So 18 on Mila, or Silent rather. You gotta stop putting these extra names after your own name. It's too confusing for me. But Silent level 15, the Invoker level... Nope. At this point, I'm just botching even the level numbers. But Lifesteal level 18, Invoker level 15. The highest level for Empire, or Virtus.Pro at this point rather, is 14 on G. So this Lifesteal are getting very much ahead, and certainly getting very scary, and definitely a problem for VP at this point in the game. Really, I feel as if VP wanna take a big fight here and go for like multiple racks. You gotta kill Mila first before you go in that base. This Mila is very, very farmed, very just ahead of all of VP right now. So I was going to fly here as well, and pushing on this bottom lane from Empire, it seems. All Virtus.Pro spend their time in the top lane. Should they get this top tower and the reaction comes out from Empire, they will likely get the middle racks as well. So Empire have to play very carefully here as they go for the bottom tower rather. And Virtus.Pro gonna have to push this lane in very quickly as bottom tower now falling, and Silent and Mala. Silent. Stop it. The words are too difficult. So I'm flying on teleport back now with the Lifestealer Infest. And push to come out from VP. So VP losing what seems to be a tier 2 tower every time these fights have come out, and Rack swing almost down. Archer gonna actually pick that off, and seems to be all VP wanted was that one Rax. And yep, all VP leaving now, and all of them gonna push out the bottom lane now, it seems. Again, just looking at the kills on Virtus.Pro, you can see Lycan all the way down there, 1 kill, 2 deaths, and 4 assists, while Silent 8 kills, 1 death. G, of course, right behind him, and that's why he's so farmed experience-wise. This now picks up a BKB, and could work towards, hold on, top lane, and it's going to fall here. Jotun going to be next, as Hook comes in for Mag, going to cancel teleport, and 2 kills on the supports there for Empire. Virtus.Pro can't really contest in terms of any sort of fight now, it seems. Just want to push towers as well as they can, and nothing more. So again, they are very far behind experience now, over 10,000 gold now, trending in Empire's favor, so this Lycan gonna have to put in work and try and get these towers down by himself, if anything. Just have Smile G and company just defend, and the Rat Dota will come out. That's what I do if I build him at this point. You can take down towers solo as a Lycan, especially with the Necro 3. It's now BKB delivered to him. Gonna feel much safer now defending or pushing these towers, but teleport in from Invoker already. Didn't want to even walk there. I was very worried that the tower would take too much damage, and Resolution now has a gem on him, so gonna spot those wolves out, as well as the Shadow Blade from G and the Smile being cloaked around him, so working towards the Hex as well. Actually has the Hex, I'm assuming just saving for buyback on top of that. So we switch to net worth. And you can see another Roshan attempt here for Empire. So I'm sure Silent doesn't know what to sell, likely the drums, I would assume. It's double damage now on him. And Wolf's going to spot out the Roshan attempt. Resolution, of course, now picking up that Hex, so no buyback needed for him, feels confident enough. And Myla. We'll go for another Roshan here. Can't pick up the Great Basher, actually sells the Midas and hooking from Mag now onto NS. NS gonna fall very quickly here, and VP just has to back off as they don't want to fight into that. So Empire rebounding from the early goal advantage that VP had with the push, that crazy strat with the Earthshaker that just built up such a large creep wave, and well, they're now going to push out the bottom, but not going to be able to defend base, it seems, because now a full push coming up from Empire on this mid lane. And yes, Illidan, of course, retreating at this point. Realizes he won't be able to do anything on this bottom lane too quickly, as ward drop now by Vangsor. Vangsor going to teleport back and deal with G as the push bit now occurs, and Silent has the Alacrity on him. Abyssal Blade, Saw Kuros. Aegis just unkillable at this point. Nothing from VP can really take him. And G teleporting in, hexed up instantly by Resolution. Now G stunned up, chain stunned it seems. Now NS coming in, big ultimate. Always want to fly falling first, Lycan getting that. Now Mala the focus, investing in a Necron, I believe, and infest out instantly. NS falling very low here, and Silent really gonna kill him. Now Illidan falling very low. Mala just proving to do so much damage. Jottam now eating damage as well. Silent getting very low here. Clock in the meantime gets a kill onto the Earthshaker, or Bounty Hunter rather. Myla chasing down Jottam, gonna get a kill on him as well, and Earthshaker as well as the Enchantress gonna fall here. Buyback from Smile already, and Smile gonna fall a second time now. So this mid-rack's gonna go down now for sure, as VP not being able to pull out ahead with that early gold lead, falling too far behind in experience, and really wanting to do that Dragon Knight to do way too much. Not the Dragon Knight, rather, the Lycan. Everything was on Lycan's shoulders in this game as he teleports into the top lane and tries to backdoor the tower. Mag is here defending. Necro not up for another 17 seconds on him. Wolves not even available either, and Invoker gets a kill in the base. In the meantime, onto G, so all the cores of Empire really falling here, and now Illidan. Hook, Sunstrike, Cogs gonna die there, and now I mean, Virtus.Pro are, of course, certainly in this game still, but should another set of racks go down, it's going to be very, very difficult for them to do anything from here on out. It's now Myla, or Silent rather, going to take down the range racks. Now melee racks. Hook up on the, Hex on the NS. NS going to fall easily here as the meatball was dropped. And now Myla going to go on Illidan. Illidan bashed up, pops the BKB, and going to try and turn it around, but again, 2 racks down. VP gonna have a very tough time turning this around rather. And yeah, this has got to be GG. After the buyback, Illidan dies a second time. Smile now dying for a third time in this extended fight. And Empire making their own home in the Radiant base as all VP now wiped. Just the Invoker falling for Empire. So VP not being able to pull out this game 1. Empire taking away from them as the push strat just didn't work out for them. 34 minutes in. Leicester got enough farm, the Invoker got enough farm, and just able to overwhelm VP this portion of the game. And just as you can see, Myla doing a lot of work. 14-1 and 9. Earthshaker not doing too much in terms of picks. Just really used for that pocket strat against the Lycan. And Lycan, again, really not involved. 3, 4, and 4. So, anyway, again, Empire taking away this game 1 over VP now. As we look to game 2 and see if VP can pull another strat and find a nice way to victory. But anyways, thank you for watching. This has been Frouwo. If you enjoyed the cast, which you likely didn't, this wasn't a very nice cast, a very good cast. I botched a lot of things there, didn't spot certain things. Apologize for that, but if you still enjoyed it, it's great. Like, share, subscribe, all the neat stuff. If you didn't, I always appreciate constructive criticism. So if you can toss me some of that via Twitch, via Twitter, via YouTube, I will certainly respond and work on the things you mentioned. But anyway, again, this is Frouwo. I will see you guys in game 2. But in the meantime, of course, have a nice day, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.